So we're on the installation lap for the all-comers event, the last event of the afternoon here at Lochgelly for the Classic Hot Rods. We're wrapping up what has been a superbly successful weekend's racing, capped off by a tremendous championship win by Darren Owen, who is out there in car number 8 to contest this last race of the afternoon. Starting off this race in graded order, of course, and we'll pan across to see those who will be starting up towards the head of affairs. And Graham McCabe, who was the winner of the first race of the afternoon yesterday, he's out there on pole position with 100 Kevin Feeney. You can see that 175 Andy O'Donnell is lining up next with 72 Gary Goodswin, 445 Graham Boyd, and alongside him number 8 Darren Owen, 25 Trevor Cusack, and 232 Ross Snedden, 44 Cara Boyd, 162 Keith Cheshire, and 43 Damien Corrigan. So in fact, more Irish and Scottish out there than English in this last event of the afternoon, but just showing the strength of how this formula is blossoming throughout all four corners of the British Isles. So away we go racing, with the man who won heat number 1, 247 Graham McCabe, leading them away. 75 Andy O'Donnell, number 8 Darren Owen, 72 Gary Goodswin. Into turn number 1 they go, with the scream of those 2-litre powered Mark II Ford Escorts coming to bed just ahead of the A45 of 445 Graham Boyd. Trevor Cusack, the silver roof driver 25, towards the tail end of the field at the moment, being challenged by the new Scotsman in the race, 232 Ross Snedden. Ross going around the outside of the Irishman. Away we go again down the home straight. And there's your lead driver, 247 Graham McCabe, ahead of 100 Kevin Feeney. Into third place now, the winner of the Scottish Open, number 8 Darren Owen. 72 Gary Goodswin up the home straight again. Under pressure from 175 Andy O'Donnell, and then comes 445 Graham Boyd. Ross Snedden really getting into the groove now, and challenging with all the Irishmen right around him, electing the inside line. And a nice clean inside line it is, and away goes Snedden, really beginning to get into the groove in Classic Hot Rods. Further back, Damien Corrigan, again getting the lap times in, sensible driving, no damage to that beautiful 43 car, and that's what it's all about. Getting the track time in, learning the craft, and getting better all the time while you're out there on the ovals. So in the meantime, as Corrigan goes through picture, here is your race leader, 247 Graham McCabe, winner of the heat number 1 yesterday afternoon. Will he be able to be the man who takes 2 victories this speed weekend, as the local man keeps clear of the rest of the opposition in this final race of the afternoon? Number 8 Darren Owen, second place, then comes to number 100 Kevin Feeney in third, doing the best he's ever done so far in a non-Irish meeting. Then comes 72 Gary Goodswin, 445 Graham Boyd. Ross Snedden, the prime mover, 232, going extremely well in the former Lee Holden car, trying to get the outside line on Graham Boyd now. Great driving itself. Trevor Cusack putting the challenge back in again on the Scotsman as they go through turn number 1. The battle really on down the field as those 3 drivers battle away. Great driving neck and neck between 445 and 232. And Ross Snedden gets another place ahead of 445 Graham Boyd. Great driving there by Ross. Cara Boyd comes into picture as the lead driver comes through. 247 Graham McCabe in his Vauxhall Chevette powered by 2-litre Pinto. Great advert for the prowess of that car in Graham's capable hands, as this could be the last time that he'll be racing the Chevette before debuting his all-new Sunbeam Talbot later this spring at Ipswich Stadium. He's keeping clear of number 8 Darren Owen, the best of Britain and now the new Scottish champion. And Darren is beginning to reel in Graham now as we go through the latter half of this event. First and second in camera together now. And they're clear by quite a margin from the third place man. 100 Kevin Feeney in battle with 72 Gary Goodswin, they're neck and neck. We pan across to the lead drivers. Darren getting a little bit closer to Graham now. That's a checkered flag, and Graham McCabe is the man to win more than one race this weekend. A nice little ending victory with Graham McCabe the winner ahead of number 8 Darren Owen in second place. Fair distance back to third, but Ross Snedden to have been the man with amazing moves, and ahead of 100 Kevin Feeney and 72 Gary Goodswin and 445 Graham Boyd. We'll get the results to you confirmed. It was a great battle further down the grid between the likes of Snedden and Trevor Cusack and Graham Boyd. We did follow that midway through the race, but all credit to Graham McCabe, 247, grins like a Cheshire cat. And what a great personality that he brings to the sport. A very popular driver amongst fellow competitors and the fans, and certainly will be delighted to be the Scotsman winning on home turf. So that completes the speed weekend here at Lochgelly Raceway, the inaugural event for the Classic Hot Rods for the Scottish Open Championship of 2016. We hope that you've enjoyed it, and we will be back for more in Scotland in the foreseeable future. Until next time, it's goodbye.